Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another video. I just passed DQ on this Chrysler, and after a detail it will be 100% ready to go, and it's pretty darn filthy, so can't sell it like that. I jump started this Volkswagen that I couldn't start yesterday because I didn't have my jump box. I need to take pictures of that. Added some windshield wiper fluid to this. The light is no longer on. Still have some left, so I'll add it to the S-Class. But I think I'm gonna kill this car, and we're gonna go take pictures of the Volkswagen. This car I have on consignment. Just finished taking pictures of it, and has 27,000 miles, I believe. There's a dent, there's a little dent, that has a dent. Windshield has a very small crack right here. This headlight was cracked and repaired poorly. And honestly, this is just kind of a courtesy to my mechanic. It's a car he purchased for his daughter, and she basically said, "No, Dad, I don't want it." And it was parked around his shop, and tweakers basically damaged it. And I think with these damages for 2015, he wants a little too much money for it. He wants 10 grand for this car, which would put it at the lower bracket of similar cars, but then you have the damage, and I don't do financing just yet. So honestly, I think it will be a slight challenge. I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. You never know with the market. Have been feeling pretty crummy since this morning, so I think I'm kind of done for today. I feel really not well. I got a few things done. I want to say, Department of Licensing, you really suck, because they sent me a title for the Chrysler to my old location, which they were supposed to do, but I called them, and the lady, like, honestly, no good words come to mind. She goes, "Well, yeah, the title was returned to us December 20th or something like that." And I was like, "Yeah, I was still at that location." And she's like, "Well, the post office didn't see your name on there, so they basically sent it back. If you want a new title, you have to reapply for it and pay us money for it." And I was like, "What the heck? I was there." She goes, "Well, it's Washington law that if we reissue a title, and if you want it to be sent to your new address, we have to charge you." And I was like, "It would have been helpful if you guys would have told me this." And she goes, "Sir, it's not our job to teach consumers about Washington laws." And I was like, "There's literally like thousands of laws pertaining to vehicles. Like, it would have been helpful if you guys would have just said the ones that are pertaining to me. Sir, it's not our job to educate the public." Freaking A. Like, what the heck? So much for customer service. That's why government agencies suck. They know that they will have a job tomorrow. They know that they will have a job a month from now, so they could do whatever the heck they want. Okay, but aside from that, I don't feel well, and I think I'm gonna go home. Actually, I'm gonna go look at a Ford Ranger. The guys at the shop want me to buy it from them, so I'll do that, and I guess we'll see if it's worth picking up and how much I want to pay for it. And then I think I'll be done, and I will return maybe tomorrow when I feel better. Little Ranger over there. I don't know if I showed you guys the little truck in the last video. They're offering it for 1,600 bucks, which I think is a little bit much for me to make a profit. Oh, this battery's weak. Little 4-cylinder. I believe 2.4 on this one. Oil seems fine. Oh man, one-handed, this is always a challenge. I believe it's an auto. It's rear wheel drive, so it's pretty much the absolute lowest optioned one. Not counting the work trucks that Ford made. I have like, well, let's see if this thing has power windows or not. Nope. So yeah, this is pretty much the base that you could get. Are you gonna be the one I get to negotiate with?
Maybe. The price is right.
The ground is loose. A little windy out here. That's really loose. Let's close it up. Alright, Ruby, be honest. How many times did you drift this thing? Look at that, the radio doesn't.
0.
Look at that. Nothing.
Wait a minute.
What do we have? 118.
Cleaner and get one free.
Man, this pedal is hard. Little pickup truck. Gap right there. Little dirty. Some body damage. Mold. Seems like it's a solid runner though. What do you think? Buy it?
Yeah.
I left my old shop after looking at the little Ranger. I have to think about it. I don't know, it's not a bad price, but very, very little room to make money on it. So, and plus it'll need a new battery, so that's an expense that I'll have to inherit. But I filled up the Audi. Driving this thing, it runs really good after the new radiator and O2 sensors. I think the check engine light would have came on by now. I did, what, 28 miles on it ever since I picked it up from my mechanic. I think right now I'm gonna take it through the car wash, maybe come home, clean it up a little bit, and take pictures, because I mean, I think it runs great, and hopefully it's good. We'll see within the next day or two. I'll probably take it through DQ. Once it passes, then I have the title for it, I have everything, and I can sell it, and I think this one will be a fairly quick sale since it's all-wheel drive, tires are almost new, cooling system has been done, and honestly, like, it runs really well. The shit's great, everything works, but you never know with cars. But it is tax season, so we'll see. And this car wash is always packed. Look at that, perfect timing. I get to get off the road. Caddy Car Wash, always great service. Into the tunnel of cleanliness we go. Don't think I've taken this car through the car wash. I'm almost certain I never have. So I hope nothing leaks, because that would be a bad sign. I think we're okay. Black looks pretty good, but unfortunately with black, you see all minor imperfections, which this car definitely has, but mechanically it's a strong runner. And it's super responsive. I mean, look at the tire tread on that. So I'm gonna clean up the interior, wipe it down and whatnot, get it photographed, and then I think tomorrow we will resume back at the lot. It is a new day. We grabbed a gas can because we need gas for the BMW. We're gonna do that. Plus I still need to drive this Audi. And I think after that, I'm gonna go back to the lot and see what I can get done there. I don't know if I showed you guys. You guys were putting a barbed wire from the inside on one side and then outside on the other side. Because legally, you can't put it facing the street. So they thought of a really smart, clever way to work around it, and they put it on the inside, which is super dope. Got my big quadding gas can that we use. So we're gonna fill this thing up and then fill up the BMW and see if the low fuel light turns off. This is my next more or less problem child to figure out. It has a few engine codes. I replaced that glass right there, the regulator. Let's put some gas in it and start it up. You guys ready for this Christmas tree lighting? Actually, before I do that, I want to check the oil level. 1 second. This is why I wanted to check the oil level, because the oil light comes on and then it turns off. So we have our check engine light, ABS brake, and then traction, which I am assuming it's all related to a sensor of some sort. But the check engine light is vacuum leak, air leak, and low fuel misfire. So I added fuel. The gauge is working, which makes me happy. So that should take care of the misfire code. And if you guys have been following the channel, when I picked up this car, I touched this and it came off. And so this is where the air box is, the air filter, but see, it's not supposed to disconnect. It's supposed to disconnect along this line, but this whole top piece would come off. I was doing a lot of research to see if I could find what's going on, so I lifted this box up, stuck my hand in there, and the car instantly died. So I actually found just the top portion, not this bottom portion, just the top one on eBay for like $20–25. And that's on its way, but I did glue this one, so it's on there somewhat. And once the new one comes in, I'll take it apart and put it in. And then the other thing I was thinking of is this hose right here, or maybe the MAP sensor or whatever it's called, replacing that. But I mean, look, it runs really well. There's no funny noises. It's not misfiring right now. Question is, how long is it gonna run until it dies, if it dies? So I'll just let it kind of run, warm up, charge up the battery a little bit. Just did a quick Costco trip. 47.4 miles since I got the work done and the check engine light was reset. We are gonna go to DEQ right now. You guys think it's enough? DEQ is probably 6 miles away, so we'll be a little over 50 miles. I guess let's find out if it's gonna be enough to pass this thing or if it's not ready. Almost at DEQ, that red car right there, that's where we're going. So yeah, basically 54 miles. Let's see if it's enough. They close in 30 minutes. So here's the result. On ready. So it's not a fail, but it just means the catalyst and the evap system haven't went through the required, I guess, onboard computer diagnostics, and it's on ready. This ain't my first rodeo when a car wasn't ready, but so today is Saturday. Like I said, they close very soon, and they are closed Sunday and Monday. And then Tuesday is an extremely busy day. I used to come on a Tuesday and it's like an hour wait to get in. And right now we were in and out in like 6 minutes, if that. Wednesday gets better, and then Thursday and Friday are their least busiest days, including Saturday. So I figured I'll take the risk. If it doesn't pass, then whatever. I'll have to wait another 4 or 5 days and drive it, but it is what it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you just have to wait a little longer. But my new location is like literally a mile away from the DEQ. So I don't have to drive very far to the lot. And that's actually where we're going right now. There's an AMG, I don't know what kind of coupe, maybe S63, that was downshifting pretty hard right now. Once the light turns green, let's see if the guy will take off. Maybe that was a C43, C63. I don't know what the new ones kind of look like. So here's the wire that they kind of installed, and I think they are going to put like a barb. I'll show you guys what it looks like on the other side. So you see how they have the wire going through and then the barbed kind of turning. So that's what one of the owners of the property said that they are going to do all across, except the fence clearly. And then if you guys see, that's a huge spotlight right there. And another one here. I haven't been here at night, but they said this whole thing is lit up like a football field. And I think one other one is gonna go down here. So the owners are definitely very awesome, and they're trying to take care of me and this whole property and the vehicles I have, so we can prevent any and all thefts that will possibly happen. But we won't have any theft. We're blessed people. So I think I'm actually going to leave the Audi here, and I need to take the Ford Escape. I have two O2 sensors to replace on it, and an EGR valve, I believe, I don't remember, so that I could get that car ready to go. Because Audi is listed. I mean, honestly, I think the check engine light would have came on by now. So I'm gonna leave the Audi here and take the Ford Escape, and once that's done, I will probably drive the Audi some more and get it through DQ. Mark is learning to drive. Went on a few drives with him, so we're continuing on. So I need to move the Chrysler, the Mustang, and take the Ford Escape out. I think this is a stock exhaust on a Mustang GT. Sounds stock. Alright, let's get the Escape out. Oh, I feel like I didn't grab the key to this thing. I didn't. Let's see if he'll start. Look at that. Turn the heat up. Oops. E-brake? No, that was on. ABS and brake? Huh. I don't remember that. Let's park it right here, move some stuff over. Mustang parked. Now, let's park this car off of this side, or away from this side. What are the odds of me starting and check engine light is on? Pretty low. Kind of can't get a lot done with this rain. It comes and goes. I think in a few days we'll have sunshine, and I think that's when I'll return, hang up the sign, which will probably, yeah, somewhere right there, and start putting the black tarp around the fence, see how far they get with the barbed wire. And I guess we'll go from there, but for today, this is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe. Hope you stick around, and I'll see you guys in another video. Have a blessed day.